I never noticed. And like, yeah, because she self-harms in a way that yang orang tidak nampak pa. It's like in areas macam inner thigh. Hey everyone, welcome back to another whole new episode of JMT Vodcast. So this week we are going to talk about something that the society and like the whole country is finally acknowledging, and that is mental health. So to kick us off today on our episode, I'm going to let V here explain to everyone what is mental health. For those of you watching, if you see that some of us are a little laggy or like there's a delay, it's not you. We're having some kind of technical problem. So just bear with
Bear with
us.
us.
I'm also stressed.
Don't be
Whole
stressful.
episode ada saja problem.
So, okay, when we talk about mental health, this is the definition given by the WHO. Yeah? So I'm just going to read it because I quote di daripada NGO punya page. So, mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. So itulah definition daripada WHO pasal mental health. Apa actually yang kamu rasa macam faktor penyebab yang sangat affect kita?
I think the biggest impact that's affecting us all and is causing these mental health issues, I think the most general one would be stress. Is what people don't stress. What about you guys?
Yeah, I do think it is stress. Stress is the number one thing that's causing mental health issues. Because from stress, you'll get depression, you'll get anxiety, the most two common mental health issues that especially people now in the pandemic are experiencing.
Betul.
Even without pandemic, actually, the anxiety is always there.
Stress is the problem, but we have to first identify what causes this stress in the first place. But I think what people need to also know that things like right now in this pandemic, financial problem is one of those big things that is really impacting people's lives right now and is contributing to stress. There's also like work life, like there are people who are struggling with having to cover more shifts, doing more at work. There are some who have to be retrenched, some who have to take unpaid leave for who, and then they don't know how long they're gonna have this unpaid leave. And then right now, if you've read the news recently, there's even another type of new financial stress, and that is where the majikan are not properly paying all the KWSP or the Pekeso one, but so these are all kinds of things that contributes to stress. And from stress, if we ignore all of this, it's going to slowly build up, and it's going to cause more mental health problems by in the first place. So this is what we want to cover. Actually, we're not going to talk about types of mental, like we're not just going to go talk about the big general surface level of mental health issues, but we actually want to discuss things that people don't realize are actually also symptoms of mental health, like stress and all that kind. Most people, like we said in early on, she said like people think it's just like people who are a little psycho or like crazy, but actually even things like anxiety is also a type of mental health issue. Even something like just being emotionally down, like even though you're not depressed, but being like emotionally very down is also signs of your mental health slowly maybe deteriorating ba, is what I think lah. What do you guys have to say?
Continuing on what Joe said, it is kind of like a domino effect. That's what I feel. It comes from the stress first, and then they get like retrenched or fired because the boss cannot afford to pay them, and then more stress, and then can't feed their family, and then depression, anxiety, so on, so on. So it is like kind of like a domino effect there. So that's why mental health issues, especially now in this pandemic, is really like ketara, like very obvious. Now people are suddenly talking about, oh my gosh, I have mental health issues. I didn't know this. I didn't know that I could be like one of those people. But yeah, it's a thing, and I'm glad people are talking about it.
But
Okay,
all
so
this, like so far, like the stress, these are all like external factors, right? Like these
Yep.
aren't the only thing that causes mental health. Like some of them are like genetics.
Yeah.
Some of them could be like
Yeah, like family history. They have it in
yes.
the macam family history.
Betul.
Mhm.
And then do you guys know yang statistik 2020 naik 3 kali ganda daripada 2016.
Oh my god! I thought we only like
We
I thought we like 2 kali ganda. It's 3.
no, it's 3 now. Itu baru 2020. 2021 lagi banyak kan, macam 2021 lagi banyak case yang
Yeah.
suicidal punya barang lah. It's very
for me,
depressing.
and I think mental health issues has always been there
Yeah.
in like everyone, but it's only like amplified now. Like it's very obvious now when they're affected lah, truly. Because before this, people who have mental health issues, they realize they have anxiety or depression, they go to the doctor. Okay, yeah, now I'm diagnosed with anxiety and depression and
Yeah.
other mental health issues lah. But and then those other people who thinks they are normies, like, oh, I'm fine. But then once it affects them, they're like, wait a minute, I'm not fine.
Yeah.
And then I'm glad that people are acknowledging it right now, like, oh my gosh, yeah, this thing is actually really serious. Everyone can get mental health
But
issues.
still masih banyak orang yang tidak tahu dorang punya symptom is ada kena mengena dengan mental health lah. I mean like
Like still in denial kan?
yeah, macam yang
in
no
denial.
lah, this is only stress.
Yeah, I'm just stressed. Yeah, stressed.
I think it's
This is only
first
because of
before
pandemic.
PKP. Like
yeah,
before PKP, when people are like talking about, okay, this is too much, I can't handle this. Like it's so easy for people to kecam you and be like, itu pun kau tiada boleh buat kah? Itu pun kau tiada boleh handle kah? Itu pun kau mau stress. And that's like,
Exactly.
yeah. But what people need to understand is that people like this is like the thing, like the stigma, and this is one of the thing I want to talk about, the stigma surrounding mental illness by in society. Like there's so many social stigma. You have like the social stigma where you are it's about the prejudice attitudes that people around you have of mental illness, and those are like the people that talk to you in a way that like I said lah, itu pun kau tidak boleh buat, kenapa apa benda begitu pun kau boleh terasa cepat juga kau like. And then there's one more where it's like your self-perceived stigma yang kau sendiri like don't want to talk about these things because you know it's like, oh, they're gonna think saya lemah, like I know I'm struggling with this internally, but I also know that if I come out and talk to people about it,
People will
it's
think,
just people will think like
I'm crazy,
I'm just
or whatever.
They think
crazy.
less about you. Yeah.
They think less of you, and they'll be like, why they'll think I'm weak or something like that. But so this is like, I think pre-PKP, like right now PKP pun we only, the type of mental health awareness we're getting is like people are saying if you're struggling financially or you're struggling at home, speak up. But actually there's more to that, and this is what we kind of wanna, like, I hope we can achieve and discuss lah today. Like it's not just about those kinds of mental health that is very common, but we want to talk about like the rest juga ba.
Yeah, true. It's about breaking the stigma lah, basically. So, like having other people acknowledge it's a real thing, and you you don't tell people, oh, they don't have mental health issues, it's just stress. No, that's not how it works. So yeah, I think we can move on to the things
Factors.
no, not really, the consequences of the mental health issues, like that we can obviously see right now during the pandemic, which is suicide cases are getting
self-harm.
Cases are, it used to be twice, not used to be, but like it went from twice a day starting in 2019, I think, I'm not sure, and it has increased until like four reported deaths a day, suicide deaths, if I'm not mistaken.
suicides a day.
Yeah, it was 2 a day, and then I think it's slowly creeping up to 4. And these are all not, they're even in youth style. It's not just one category of people, but it's like even in youths. It's really bad. Like it's really bad. Yeah,
Tapi kebanyakan dia is young adult dengan adult kan. Ya.
And
Sebab
especially
dorang yang sangat kena impact dia over bah. Sebab like adult and young adult dorang yang cari duit and everything macam tu. And then bila dorang tidak dapat mencapai bila dorang tidak dapat mencapai dorang punya point ataupun tidak dapat menyumbang pada dorang punya family atau apa, so itu yang membuatkan dorang stress hingga dorang ada thought untuk self harm, suicide, stuff ni lah. Kalau saya may share one of my friends punya story, dia pun ada macam ni. Not friends, just friend. Yeah, not suicidal. It's just macam dia self harm lah. Dia macam dia cut himself lah macam tu. And then ada few co-workers juga. Dorang cerita juga lah begitu yang it's more macam self harm lah. Tidak sampai terfikir untuk suicide. It's just macam dorang strangle themselves. It's just to feel macam probably dorang tahu it's not the it's not the right way untuk end dorang punya problem. It's just that mungkin dorang sudah tidak dapat tahan sangat sudah kan, so tidak tahu apa lagi mau buat. I think dorang tahu apa mau buat. It's just that dorang buntu. So that's why
their coping mechanism.
Coping mechanism. Maybe some people think itu macam itu yang
cara
dorang buat for that time.
But actually self-harming is just them actually want to feel pain and they're like, oh, I want to feel something. I mean, that's what I heard from a friend yang who did self-harm lah. It's the coping mechanism, like you said. It's like, oh my God, this is too much. I need to do something to cope with this, and that one thing is feeling pain. So they
this way to express.
The fact is, they know exactly which nerve that can kill them, but they avoid it.
Yeah,
I've got friends.
That's why it's different from being suicidal lah, but they don't want to kill themselves. They just want to feel the pain.
Exactly.
Some of them yang self-harm, they are not open about telling people bahkan, but I've ever heard like someone who self-harms lah, like I ask kan, like I never noticed pun, like we were like friends but I never noticed, and like because she self-harms in a way that yang orang tidak nampak ba, it's like in areas macam inner thigh or somewhere like
kebanyakan orang
begitu. Yang you cannot see the visible scars, and then they'll be like full of scars and be like they know it's wrong, like but they just can't help it. It's something they feel like they have to do.
Tapi saya rasa some of people kan dorang tidak mau pergi get treatment kan, sebab dorang takut orang macam yang kalau saya pergi get treatment terus orang tidak mau accept saya
admitting to it that you are sick.
It's
like that.
And I think some of them financially cannot afford juga to go.
Tapi I mean government punya hospital.
There's government hospitals, but right now, like if you're going to talk about it right now, kan it's very hard to get an appointment tau.
Oh, is
like
it?
Betul, exactly. Especially kalau government.
Either you have like
ada some yang boleh cover. I'm not really sure about insurance though. Sebab some insurance macam luar negara. Yeah, I know they cover. Tapi macam dalam sini, the one yang I have, macam ada gossip. It's not exactly gossip lah, macam tidak cover. Kami punya tidak cover, so that's why macam susah sikit lah.
Depends on it depends on your employer lah.
Yeah,
some cover, but it's like ada some people they don't want your insurance punya apa because they come kan, they bilang mau bayar and then like dia bilang nantilah kamu insurance will cover. Jadi orang tu tidak bayar, tapi kadang-kadang itu company tidak mau bayar but like the bill becomes so it's another thing that pushes people to like tidak mau lah pergi.
Tidak mau ambil treatment.
Yeah, because they can't get the coverage for it.
Kamu tahu gak the treatment actually sangat mahal. Like to be honest, saya pernah dulu cek berapa untuk 1 jam. Wow.
Session.
100. I don't know lah.
Government
one.
100.
Swasta just to consult, belum lagi like you get the medication and all, just to pergi kan, it's already gonna cost you beratus juga lah.
Oh my god.
Untuk 1 jam 300 lebih yang saya sebab actually dulu itu pun masa saat PKP dulu adalah juga sedikit rasa macam ni saya
depression begitu.
You know. it's not exactly depression, macam just a little bit stressed, and then I need someone to talk to. Sebab I have this problem yang saya tidak mau cakap dengan orang yang saya kenal because I fear that people might judge me. I know that some of them are very nice, and saya tahu some of my friends macam dorang terbuka hati untuk dengar. It's just that I'm not really open dengan dorang. Even my family juga. I feel like macam because my family they still like macam if we're talking about this kind of stuff, dorang rasa macam saya lemah apa semua begitu. Saya tidak mau nampak sangat lemah in front of my family because I always been one of yang sangat kuat punya girl bah. So I want to maintain itu punya image sampai yang saya pergi Google lah sekali tengok dia punya harga mahal kan, terus bahagia. I mean terus bagus, tiada stres sudah sah.
Udah jadi ada stres.
Iya, tidak jadi stres. Macam stres baru mau pergi sana kan tengok dia punya price. Oops, okay. Nah, aku
so nasib lah, nasib juga lah you were able to like be okay. But itulah tuh like like showing itulah yang one of those self-perceived stigma tuh yang dia.
But how come it's so expensive?
Begini.
To be honest, I don't know.
When you go see like skin doctor or whatever, it's gonna cost mahal juga kan. But because
skin doctor,
professionals bah, they went and studied and they are expert in diagnosing you properly. Like so you're going there. It's just that actually this is like I think another thing that people don't like see. They like see okay, skin doctor, psychiatrist, apalagi kenapa dorang mau charge mahal, like pasal jerawat saja pun kenapa why would they be so costly juga but like sometimes but kalau gitu kenapa you don't why do you not talk about the prices when you go see like a heart doctor or when you're gonna talk about all like surgery, like general surgery punya, like technically like basically you're seeing like a professional, someone who has spent their lives practicing this sort of line of medical I'm lost for the word, medical field kah?
Tapi I think yang orang pergi jumpa yang psychiatrist ni pun yang orang betul-betul yang ada mental illness lah, on the way to that jalan lah kan sudah
path.
That path. Tapi kalau macam yang mental health punya problem, I think they can just go and call those NGOs yang
I
you can
think
talk
go
to.
see psychologist.
Psychologist
like if it's a problem yang like it's something that maybe it's like okay, it's stress or like I have problems sleeping or I'm not eating right. Mungkin those kinds of things you can like if you don't want to go to psychiatrist, kau boleh jumpa like a psychologist but get counseling kan, someone to talk to, someone who knows like a therapist who knows the field and can help you cope or like overcome these problems. But if it's something yang macam like ADHD, autism, like all that, I'm sure kind of want to go see a specialist bah.
Sebab tadi kamu orang sudah mention pasal therapy apa semua macam tu, jumpa yang betul-betul pakar. But what I did untuk overcome saya punya stress, a little bit to depression actually masa tu, saya talk to strangers because like I said I fear people might judge saya, but actually tiada juga orang macam mau judge sangat. It's just that it's in my head. So saya tidak boleh macam kasih keluar benda tu. So I talk to strangers because I feel comfortable. I stay with them. Like macam when I talk to stranger and then they don't know me, like dorang tidak tahu saya punya latar belakang, and then saya tidak akan jumpa dengan dorang. Bila saya luahkan sedikit of my problem dengan dorang kan,
lega lah.
I feel relief. Like
there's
macam
no judgment kan?
No judgment juga, and then parts of saya punya all the yang saya feel stressed about macam okay sudah, and then day by day kan up until now saya still cakap dengan dorang, and then sekarang kami dah macam jadi friends sudah, so jadi okay sudah, saya tengok happy sudah, cantik lagi.
Terpaksa dia cari stranger baru lagi untuk
cari stranger baru lagi kau.
One thing about talking to someone that's not close to you kan, I don't know if you talk to strangers, that's you, but like being able to open up to someone that's not that close kan, you get to have them give you like honest advices and all about, because they're not one-sided kan, dorang not there to like mau jaga hati or like they're not there. give you those like sugar coated kind of
Mm.
advices kan. So like I think that's one thing that's great about talking to someone who's really that yang tidak serapat lah dengan kamu. There's all that. At first my way of coping was ada orang lain yang juga down yang understood my situation kan. So kami macam jadi kawan yang each other's kawan lah.
Support
Because
buddy.
dia faham, support buddy. Sebab dia faham apa yang saya tengah melalui, saya pun faham apa dia lalui. And then it's like it's nice to have someone understand you yang bila kau cakap benda ni yang benda kecil ganggu kau tapi it makes you feel this big of a problem. Orang tu cakap, yeah, it's okay. Saya faham, I pun feel that way. So it's like it feels really like a relief lah to do that, because when I talk to like people who are close to me, they give me the same thing, but it's like you just have to be strong, just hang in there. There are people out there who are struggling more than you, and it's like itulah like that's the thing. I'm like not comparing hidup saya ni lagi tidak sesusah orang lain, but I just want someone to like acknowledge that it's okay, memang benda ni berlaku, saya pun faham apa kau faham. So like it's good to have support buddies lah.
Yeah, orang yang sama lalui the same problem dengan kamu. Even though saya cakap to stranger, but then saya always aware yang, and then sangat careful, especially bila untuk macam dedahkan my identity. Saya tidak pernah bagi tahu exactly my location, apa semua macam tu, my work, apa semua. Yang tu jangan bagi tahu lah. Just untuk ni lah, mana tahu ada some yang mau coba kan cakap dengan stranger, but always be careful, jangan bagi tahu yang extra information yang boleh kasih dedahkan kamu lah. Ya, macam tu.
Terus kan kebanyakan orang yang ada masalah mental health ni kan, dorang hanya mau kena dengar, dorang bukan mau kau punya nasihat sangat pun, dorang mau macam yang someone to share lah.
Solution.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yang kalau
Like
dorang
someone yang
pergi
benar
post kalau dorang post pergi social media dorang, itu macam yang kalau saya post ni means saya share my problem to dia kasih tahu dia punya friends lah. Itu kira macam dia punya hal lah bah. Kenapa kamu pergi bash
Sometimes they're not doing it to like gain attention or like everyone
dia macam buat diary begitu
dia
bah.
pergi baca. They just want to let it out there that beginilah rasa. So like if you feel terasa baca semua ni, janganlah attack orang tu just because you're not built the same way. Like itulah tu, this is like the social stigma again lah. Like for you, benda ni tidak patut pun dia mau post benda-benda begini. But like why? Just because you think it's like benda tu pun melemahkan or benda tu tidak nampak macam ngam dengan what society punya standard is of a human being should be. Janganlah kecam and the good thing about doing that kan when posting is like mana tahu you, that's how I found like my support buddy. I was like posting a lot of stuff and then terus reach out and be like asaga Jo gini kak, and I'm like okay.
Yep, same. That's also how I know other people who have anxiety, and then from there they just can come to me, like they talk to me, how do you handle with anxiety and what should I do and everything like that, because apparently he has nobody to talk to. And I'm glad I can be that, at least that one person who can help him or something. So that's why it's okay to share however you want to cope lah. The key thing here is your feelings are valid. Any feelings, your feelings are valid. Doesn't matter what, if you feel some kind of way and you think, oh my god, other people are gonna judge me. No, it's valid. That's what at least us, all of us here, want you to know, that who are watching or listening, that your feelings are valid. And you can share it however you want. You can do any sort of coping mechanism that's like how you want to do it. And it's okay to share it to the world if you want people to listen to you.
Betul.
And also probably kita rasa problem orang tu walaupun kita rasa kecil, but maybe for them itu besar bagi orang. Sebesar mana tu kita tidak dapat itu kita tidak dapat judge, sebab each person kan dia hidup dengan dia punya dia punya tahap sendiri, dia punya tahap kesabaran sendiri. So kita tidak dapat judge orang based on kita punya ni saja lah.
I want to ask you something. I mean like as macam mana kamu mau as friend react to this macam yang suicidal kawan ataupun yang yang ada depression atau yang ada anxiety, macam mana kamu as friend tolong dorang untuk macam as a support system lah.
To me kan, this is very tricky. Like number one, jangan over pandai. Don't be like,
Ya.
jangan
Itu
over
juga
pandai.
lah. Don't fix
Because-
them lah.
Don't
Yeah, don't
be the
fix-
person. Yeah, don't fix them. That's not your position to fix them. You're there to comfort them and like support them is okay, but don't be trying to be the person yang pergi like fix that person. That's not your
Yes.
duty lah. Like because it can sometimes it's like toxic positivity,
Ya.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
kan? Where you're telling people, okay, nih, it's gonna get better. You're just gotta be positive. Yeah, no. Because like I've experienced it kan, what we're experiencing is not kami ni down yang biasa-biasa ba. Kami ni down just is because our brain is constantly keeping us down ba.
Mhm.
So like we're trying to fight it, but at the same time, you're getting all this like negative like you're not getting it's actually the chemicals in the brain lah. Basically the scientific one is that the chemicals that you're supposed to have in your brain is low. That's why it's preventing you from being able to like be happy and all. So as a friend, I think what you can do is if you know how to handle the situation, like you've been through it or you know something about it, then okay lah, you can share like some helpful tips to help. But if you don't know anything about it kan, jangan pandai-pandai mo
Just
pergi like
listen saja lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just be a person who listens and then don't judge. Don't judge. If they tell you gini, you can like ask them, why do you feel like that? Or is there anything, ask them, is there anything I can help you with? Do you want me to like to help you, or do you need someone, or do you need a friend? Gini. Ask them how you can help them. Jangan like sendiri-sendiri fikir, oh, I know how to help you.
That's true. Yeah.
Just like ask them first.
Don't
lah.
cry. It'll be over soon. That's the worst thing you can say.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like you said, toxic positivity.
Get them to talk about it lah. Like
Ya.
just
Kalau saya
The keyword
tahu apa
there
mau
on
cakap.
both-
If I do have friends kan, I don't know what to say. I just say it's okay. Terus saya dengar it's okay.
It's okay to go to tell them juga like I'm sorry you're feeling kau boleh like say I'm sorry but said I don't know what to do in this situation. Saya pun tidak tahu apa mau cakap. Be honest about it. They'll know because orang sendiri tambah, orang tidak mau. Like we don't want to menyusahkan orang lain, and it's hard for us to tell you why we're feeling this way. And some people pula they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say, gitu-gitu. Or some people do you want to talk about it or not? If they don't want to talk about it, just be there for them saja lah. Like they
Want to talk
sometimes
about
just
it
want
or do you
company.
need some space? Yeah.
And they just want people with them while they go through that emotion, that phase, not phase, while they're going through that issue lah.
Being there for them is a good good thing yang kamu patut buat untuk dorang, and then probably kalau kamu dapat spend time dengan dorang macam do some activities together, I think it's gonna help lah. Itu daripada saya
Make
punya
them
personal
forget dorang
experience
punya
with one of my friend. With one of my friend, kalau kamu just dapat spend time dengan dorang, makan sama-sama, masak-masak, or do silly things like macam do stars, origami, apa-apa semua macam tu, mungkin itu serba sedikit dapat tolong lah. I mean,
It does help them like like you can ignore, like just bawa dorang join kau sekali, do daily activities, help them get through the day.
exactly.
Most of the problem is
mungkin
because of dorang rasa alone ba. That's why
Alone
it's
yang
very important for us as friends and family to macam aware lah apa dorang punya symptoms, and then kalau kau rasa macam kawan kau ada masalah, then just yang jom kita pergi tea time kah, or jom kita pergi this hang out a little bit,
basically kita acknowledge lah bahkan how they feel. Just acknowledge. Kalau dorang bilang dorang down, dorang not feeling like themselves, like just go like, okay, what do you want to do? Especially
I
families.
think that.
I think families should do that.
Tapi saya rasa family banyak yang in denial juga ba, yang dorang tidak mau accept, dorang masih fikir I think Malaysian lah, I don't know, mungkin Asian, dorang tidak
Culture
anggap,
kita lah basically, kita punya culture.
dorang tidak anggap mental illness ataupun mental health ni is a problem, is a issue, penyakit begitu. Dorang still benda ni bukan, dorang tidak terima lah yang macam depression ni wujud, itu bukan problem, itu is just yourself begitu. Dorang tidak acknowledge to problems begitu. Kan?
I think mungkin sebab when they grew up, it was during those
Very tough.
times, dorang punya zaman, it was very tough back then. So they cannot have time to like have these kinds of problems. So they have things, they are like constantly having to work for something, but so they don't have time to like, not say layan, like not like orang who are like down and all sebab dorang melayan perasaan, but I mean mungkin they're during that time it's so much harder kan.
Dorang sibuk dengan benda lain, so dorang tidak ada macam I know what you're trying to say. It's just like, a little bit hard to cari the exact words to explain.
They don't have time to like sit back and look at, like, think about their reflection, but they don't have like, okay, this was stressful and all that. They have to keep going, and by the end of the day penat sudah, so they continue for the next day. I know it's hard to say, but yalah, it's something like that lah.
Yep.
So tadi kita cakap pasal our own opinion lah, macam mana kita try untuk manage our stress ataupun try untuk help others in need. Okay. Itu yang daripada our own opinion. So sekarang kita mau dengar sedikit lah daripada kerajaan dengan NGO punya ni lah, bantuan yang dorang sediakan, especially yang regarding mental health apa semua macam tu. Especially during the COVID time ni sekarang, banyak bantuan-bantuan yang dorang bagi, ataupun banyak lagi NGO few Talian macam tu lah. Salah satunya adalah Talian Sokongan Psikososial COVID-19. Kementerian ini antara kerjasama Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia dengan Mercy Malaysia. Dan kita boleh hubungi dorang melalui few nombor telefon dekat sini. I'm just gonna read it. Nanti kita akan bagi link lah supaya mana tahu anyone yang mau tengok ke atau refer to that link, to the number, boleh tengok lah on the link yang kita attach. So dorang punya operation daripada jam 8 pagi sampai jam 5 petang setiap hari lah dorang buka. And then the next one, yang ni especially untuk wanita-wanita juga lah, kalau kamu hadapi any problem, especially kalau kamu kena abuse ke apa, boleh juga go through this Talian. It's called Talian Khas Perkhidmatan Kaunseling COVID-19, Kementerian Wanita, Keluarga dan Masyarakat. Talian kasih 15999, ataupun boleh WhatsApp dorang dekat number 019-216-5999. So ada 39 dekat belakang dia. Itu saja. For the rest ada banyak lagi actually NGO yang buat bantuan, yang try untuk bagi bantuan psikologi apa semua macam tu. Boleh refer kepada link yang kita sediakan.
Apart from all the hotlines and centers that you can go to that was mentioned by V, you can check out our descriptions below and then see more like more centers and places and NGOs and governments, all those helplines that you we're gonna put them all in the description box below. So look through and see, like, and if you see anyone in need, or if you are in need of some like those kinds of services, just look through there lah.
Yeah. Any last word from you guys?
Last words is your feelings are valid. Put it up here on text.
V?
Whatever you're feeling, your feelings are valid.
Your feelings are valid.
Yeah. And it's okay not to be okay. Why macam Korea?
It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Don't Google your sickness, and then if it says you have some kind of problem, don't self-diagnose. Sorry.
Yes.
Don't self-diagnose any of your problems. Please go seek the professional help to get yourself diagnosed. Don't self-diagnose, but you can look it up, and then like from there on you see if it's something you need help with, or if it connects with you in a way, go seek help, find someone. Don't self-diagnose.
Yeah.
Betul?
All right. See you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
Alright, bye.
Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Siapa yang
And
balik-balik?
like,
Siapa yang tengok video kami balik-balik tidak subscribe? Jaga kamu.
yeah, we're
Kau ingat kau
stalking
bikin
you.
free kah? mean, it is free lah.
Local.
Right, it's free, but like we need the likes, we need the subscribes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mana tahu saya stress sebab ini.
My number
Yeah.
one stress. Bye.
Okay, bye. See you
Bye.
guys in the next episode.